Hi guys, it's been a while since I've made a video, but I have been working behind the scenes towards season 3. I hope everyone had a great holiday season and I wish everyone a happy new year. I am working on a lot of stuff right now. Rule changes, game management changes, painting. But in this video, we will go over my proposed plans for league expansion. If you have followed the channel in the last couple years, you realize that I have 8 teams divided into an Eastern Division and a Western Division, 4 in each. My plan is to double that number. I want to add a Northern Division and a Southern Division and 8 new teams. That's what you see in this graphic above. So let's get into it. As you can see above, the Western Division remains unchanged. The Arizona Flames, California Pacifics, Nevada Blackjacks, and Texas Tornadoes. Next, the Northern Division, a new division made up of 4 new teams. The Alaska Kodiaks, the Colorado Wranglers, the Iowa Bulls, and the Michigan Ottawas. Next, the new Southern Division. 3 new teams added and 1 team moving. The Carolina Sharks, the Florida Whales coming over from the Eastern Division, the Louisiana Panthers, and the Tennessee Smokies. Finally, the other legacy division, the Eastern Division. 3 legacy teams remain in that division and 1 new addition. The New York Raptors are the new team that replaces the Florida Whales, who moved to the South. And then the 3 legacy teams, Pennsylvania Bucks, Ohio Comets, and the Virginia Pirates. Now I am going to go over the concept art that I created for each one of these teams. You will see light and dark jerseys for each team and helmet design for each team. You'll notice that most of the nicknames I have for the teams are either regionally appropriate, like the Texas Tornadoes, or something specific to the state, like the Nevada Blackjacks. But sometimes I'll just go with a nickname that I think sounds good with the state, like the Ohio Comets. Now, before I introduce you to the teams, I just want to go over the fact that the helmet art and the player art that you see in front of you, they are downloaded templates. I did not create them. It was just easier for me to use these blanks so I could concentrate on working on my logo art and the color concepts for each team. The logos and the color concepts for each team, they were created by me. That is my artwork. Okay, so let's get into it. First up is the Western Division. This is a legacy division. All 4 teams are legacy teams that you're familiar with from the first 2 seasons. We will start with the current champions, the Nevada Blackjacks. This is the only team that changes its helmet color depending upon whether they're wearing their light or dark jersey. Next, we move on to the California Pacifics. Then we move on to the Texas Tornadoes. And last but not least, the Arizona Flames. Now we'll move on to the new AEFL South. All 4 new teams will start with the Louisiana Panthers. I was pretty happy with the cat design. I went through a ton of ideas on this before I settled on this one. Maybe one day I'll do a video on abandoned concept art ideas. Next up is the Tennessee Smokies. And what I'd like to do is get a close-up on the logo here on the helmet. And you see the 3 mountain peaks? Those are supposed to correspond to the 3 stars in the Tennessee flag. Then here's the one legacy team that switched divisions, the Florida Whales coming over from the East. And finally, the Carolina Sharks. The story behind this team is pretty interesting. I was on vacation in one of my favorite places, Myrtle Beach. I looked out into the ocean, saw these 2 colors, and I said, man, I would like to make a team for the Carolinas and incorporate this color scheme. And then I went from there. Okay, let's go to the other legacy division, the Eastern Division, and we'll start off with the Pennsylvania Bucks. Then the Ohio Comets. And the Virginia Pirates. Those 3 are all legacy teams, and they're joined by 1 new team in the East. The New York Raptors. Now, thanks to the Jurassic Park movies, the word raptor has become associated with a dinosaur. But if you actually look up the word raptor in the dictionary, it refers to a bird of prey, like an eagle or a hawk. And that's what we're talking about here. And if you look at the design, I tried to make NY out of the letter N in burgundy, and the wings, the Y, would be the wings of the bird. Finally, let's take a look at the other new division, the Northern Division. These are 4 new teams, and we'll start with the Michigan Ottawas. There is a historical tie-in here. The Ottawas are an indigenous people that are native to the land, now known as the state of Michigan. And I really was happy with the design of the uniforms with the feathers on the shoulders and on the helmet. Next, the Alaska Kodiaks. Now, the Kodiak is an extremely large brown bear that inhabits the Kodiak Islands in Alaska. I kind of tried to make the bear the shape of the letter A, and of course K for Kodiak. You'll notice the color scheme too, silver and gray. I wanted to capture that cold climate of Alaska, and then incorporating the blue complements that color scheme nicely. I picture this team playing in a dome stadium, probably in the area of Juneau, and possibly even having a large Canadian fan base. Okay, and on to the Iowa Bulls. I just love the name Iowa Bulls. I just think the nickname goes so well with the state, and I just love the color scheme too. Look at that dark and light jersey. I'm going to have so much fun painting these guys. And finally, the Colorado Wranglers. I was so determined to get a Cowboy team in this league, and I cannot begin to tell you how many designs I went through until I came upon one that I was finally happy with. And I think this is pretty good. That looks like the silhouette of a cowboy against the letter C for Colorado. Now, I named them Wranglers because it's the same thing as Cowboys, and I don't want to repeat another NFL team name. I already did that with the Panthers. And here's another thing. I am not crazy about the color orange when it comes to a uniform color, but this burnt orange with this gold and brown, I think it looks amazing together. Okay, and so that's it. That's the 16-team league that I proposed. I'm not doing any more than that. And I'm hoping I can get this done. It's going to be quite a bit of painting because on top of the expansion, I'm also doing offensive and defensive squads. That is quite a bit of painting. It's going to take months to complete. In the meantime, I hope to drop another video fairly soon. That will likely be an updated rules video for Season 3. Spoiler alert, the passing rules that I had in Season 1, I kind of like them better than what I used in Season 2. Well, after taking a break, I'm looking forward to getting back at this. I certainly have my work cut out for me. Thanks as always for watching this presentation of the AEFL.